Welcome to the music scene with your host, Stephanie DeGraw. During the next 60 minutes, your world will go from black and white to color. This is the music scene. Find out what's going on in the music scene, nationally and locally. The phone lines are open at 731-1230. That's 731-1230. Or toll free 1-866-820-5528. That's 1-866-820-KLAV. Now let's bring on the host and find out what's going on in the music scene. Here is Stephanie DeGraw.
Hello, everyone, and happy TGIF. We're coming at you live from Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, and we're excited. We've got a great show tonight, a lot of good music. And first up, we've got a local band from Vegas, Meade Ave. Welcome, guys.
How you doing?
Thanks for having us. How you doing?
I'm great. Almost melted, but I'm still holding up somehow in this crazy heat. I'm excited because we found each other on Facebook, and I've been to a show, and I got really excited about the energy that you have and gelling as a group. And I'm like, man, we got to get them on the show. So here you are. And if you were to describe your group to someone that wasn't familiar with you, how would you describe it? The sound. I know is evolving. I know, you've got on Facebook that you're kind of a 90s garage alt rock sound.
Yeah, we might need to change that.
But I know you've been evolving, and that's kind of cool. Where were you and where are you going, maybe, I should ask?
I mean, at the very beginning, we were more that garage rock style.
Definitely.
Okay.
But ever since Joe joined, who replaced our original frontman, I mean, it's just taken a turn in just a great way. I can't really pinpoint, me personally, I can't really pinpoint like what sound we are. I mean, we're Meade Avenue. That's the only thing I can say. Eventually that will mean something.
When people ask me that question, I always tell them I call it hard alt rock. It's not that soft indie rock, but it's not quite your hard rock.
Okay,
so I put it somewhere in
middle.
between there, and so I call it hard alt rock.
There you go. I like that.
Atmospheric.
Would you still say that you sound a little bit like Bush, Nirvana, Soundgarden? At least that's what you were sounding
Bush.
like.
Yeah,
More
maybe Bush.
Okay.
Not so much Nirvana anymore.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
Okay, cool. And you guys you mentioned you had started as a band, and then you went through some different people as bands do in the lineup, and now you're gelling together, and you're just putting some finishing touches, I understand, on a new album.
Right, we just released our last EP, which is the Meade Avenue EP, and that released a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And it's on iTunes,
Great.
Amazon, all that. And then this new EP, which is actually a 5-song EP, it just hit us out of nowhere. And, probably 2-3 weeks out, it's going to be out, back to back.
That's
and
great.
both of these were done with Joe as the frontman.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, to answer the question, so that these gentlemen did have somebody else other than me in the band. The one thing I can say is I've been particular with the type of musicians I've kind of gelled with. So, yeah, highlighting that point with these guys is definitely something to touch on, just for the sheer fact that, really it just feels super comfortable. Even though we all have our own different styles and influences, what we come together and do has been actually really remarkable without getting too sappy over the past 2 months. So
That's tremendous.
Well,
And actually, I should, before we go any further, too, I should let people know the names of you behind the voices. So the lead singer, your name is?
my name is Joe
Joe what? Come on.
Arduini.
Okay.
All right, I play bass. I'm Seth Peevler.
I'm on drums and production in the studio. I'm Aaron Paletta. Just call me Ern.
All right.
Ern.
Joe, Seth, and Aaron of Meade Avenue right here in Vegas. And you guys have been doing some shows around town and everything. And then I understand you're going to head back into the studio this fall for even more music. It's just like oozing out of your pores, isn't it? Just all this writing.
It just keeps coming.
Actually,
great.
the first day we interviewed him, he came down to our rehearsal room. We actually wrote Weightless that day.
Right.
Which you can get on the first EP.
Which is on the first EP. We're going to go on lockdown in September with some shows here and there, but it's to write this next. We want the full record that comes out next spring. We want it to just be epic.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, now that we've gotten almost the second EP under our belts, this next album is just about us kind of cementing. Although I think we'll constantly kind of evolve just as any band does.
Yeah.
This one's about really cementing, I guess, what our style is going to be with the three of us kind of just gelling everything that we've done together so far.
Well, let's start back in the beginning. You all tell me where you grew up and kind of what got you started on music. Let's start first with you.
Okay. Well, actually, Aaron and I have something somewhat in common. I'm from Pittsburgh.
Okay.
But I'm actually from the city. He's from a little bit further away.
Okay.
Cool. But I grew up in Pittsburgh. My father was actually in a band when I was younger, and I mean before I was even born. So I mean, right off the bat, there was definitely that influence.
Right.
A lot of classic rock, a lot of even just oldies from my mother's side as well. So it was kind of just natural for me to pick up an instrument when I was about 12. I took lessons for a little bit, and then I started learning on my own, and I guess became more of a songwriter than a musician. Mm-hmm. And that's me. I don't want to take too much time, so let's go over to somebody else.
Well, in keeping from the back east trend, I'm from Connecticut originally, and my parents deprived me of music when I was a child. I
Are
didn't.
you serious?
I grew up in the 80s and early 90s.
But that's like the best music. Come on.
I was about to say. I grew up in the 80s and the early 90s, and I didn't hear a Metallica song until I was 14.
So did you not have radio or
No,
records in your
I was
home?
never allowed to because they basically deprived me of it. And so
Okay.
as a, I guess, rebellion against them, I took up playing jazz saxophone. And that evolved into getting into a conversation with Aaron about jazz saxophone, and well, now the rest is history. We got together, and he found a band that needed a bassist, and he was like, "You can play bass." So I got one, and I learned it, and
Right on.
here I am.
Okay, Aaron.
I'm actually about an hour north of where Joe's from. I'm from a little town called Mercer, and I started when I was 4. My dad, he played drums, and he had a couple of different bands, cover bands back home. And he had his drum set up, which was a Ludwig, and then he had his one that from when he was young, and we just started playing, Poison, Def Leppard, Aerosmith, and that's
cool.
There's that Def Leppard thing again.
Yes, I love Def Leppard. That's my favorite band. When I was 10, I switched over to sax because I heard Dave Koz for the first time, and just every other instrument with the help of my band director in school, Mr. Weller, I just picked everything up along the way.
Awesome. It just sounds like it's all been meant for you guys in the stars, so to speak. Well, let's hear some of that music. Why don't you tell us what song we're going to hear first?
Well, the first one I think we're going to do is Ceremony. This is from the EP that's actually out right now, the Meade Ave EP.
All righty, take it away.
If I told you how happened, it'd be too late to do anything. Please out, Gideon, ground wet, send me a sign. Anything to make me believe. I've never felt so alive. The obsession that I could not beat. I don't even know why I got dressed for the ceremony. If I hold you and this distance, I'd be forced to remember what it's like. Purge out, resurgence, repeat and we're never satisfied. It's finally a break in the chain. I've never felt so alive. The obsession that I could not beat. I don't even know why I got dressed for the ceremony.
You are listening to The Music Scene live from Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We're having a great time jamming to the tunes of Meade Avenue, a local band right here in Vegas. Love them, love them. Great song you just played for us. And we're going to get into another song shortly, but I see on your Twitter feed you just had some new photos taken. You guys are getting downright professional. Alrighty.
Well, we're trying.
Yeah.
Doing
Where
our
did you have the photos taken? I think it's always interesting what bands
It was
do.
actually on my street and then walking up the road.
Okay.
The photos come from my sister and my wife.
They're very supportive. I want to give a shout out to them.
I thank my whole family because without them, the whole studio that we do and
Names. I think
Alexa, Jackie.
There you go.
Anyway, they do all our photos. We try to keep everything as close to the band as possible with what we do.
That's
So
excellent. And I have seen your studio. It's wonderful that you have that. And I'm sure that is what is also helping you guys be so prolific, is that you can go in, work on your own studio anytime, day or night. Your families are very supportive. That's great. Also, before I forget, talking about supportive people, we want to give a shout out to Vegas on the Mic. Hey there, Mike Z and the crew over there at Money Plays. Thanks so much. You guys rock as well. We appreciate your support of the music scene, and we've got some more artists coming up shortly. Let's wrap it up here with you guys. Any other things you want to mention before we go into your song? Got anything coming up?
yeah, we
June
have
12th.
July 12th.
July
Next
12th,
Friday,
yeah.
July 12th, we're down in Bar
July now,
702.
right?
It's July. And August 1st, we're out at the Artifice, and August 3rd.
Yes,
we're
August 3rd, you're going to be at the Waterfront big thing
Water Day
over
Street Market,
yeah,
I
I
think.
couldn't remember the name of it. Oh my gosh. But it's the big street market fair over in Henderson, and we'll be posting that on Facebook, The Music Scene, and also I'm sure you'll be posting it on your websites and on your Facebook sites. And that's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be outside in the evening, so hopefully it'll be a little more cool. And it's family friendly. We want to invite everybody out to that. And you can get more music and get your pictures taken with the band, whatever you'd like. Okay, we're with Meade Avenue, and what's the song we're going to end on?
Well,
Seth, take it.
This one's going to be off of our upcoming album.
Okay.
It's called Frequency, and it's a little different than the last one, but it's, again, our evolving sound as we learn each other and move forward.
Right, and that's what's cool. You guys do have a good variety of what you can do. So let's hear it. Thanks for being on the music scene, guys.
Thanks so much for having us.
And you're listening to me.
So long, conjuring up escapes. I've got a new plan, a new point of view. It's just no use, no matter what I try to do. I'm cutting loose. As the world outside starts to leave, you push right through a new frequency. What I try to do, I'm cutting loose. As the world outside starts to leave, you burst right through.
You've been listening to the Vegas band Meade Avenue right here live on the music scene. Thanks so much, guys. Great job. Had fun interviewing you. Now we are going to be talking to another artist here that is local. His name is Christopher Dunn, known as Chris Dunn, and he was born and raised in Vegas. And it looks like he started quite early too, starting to play music at age 8 years old when his mother would take him to piano lessons. And I'm sure as a kid you maybe didn't want to do that, but it's kind of nice now it's paid off. Did you like taking piano lessons as
No,
a kid?
I hated it.
Well, I knew you were going to say that because I've got nephews and they're like, Mom, do I have to go to the piano teacher again? And yet moms sometimes know best, and it's nice you stuck with it after all this time.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what it's so cool because you've brought in your own actual keyboard today and going to be playing us some tunes. And I would say it looks like you've done a couple of other things too, like you learned the saxophone in middle school?
Yep.
Oh, right on. And was that something you picked out, or did your mom make you do that too?
Mainly, I picked the saxophone because my older brother played the saxophone when he was in middle school. So it was just kind of, I looked up to my older brother, so I wanted to be like him. And then it just kind of stuck, I went to middle school, then I was pretty good at it, so I was in the jazz band, went on in high school, and did all sorts of things, concert bands, jazz band.
Yes, it says, too, you also had another band while you were in high school as well?
Yep, high school.
And tell us a little bit about that band and the name of it.
Basically, it was just a garage band. It was just a high school garage band. A couple of my friends that I would hang out with at school, they were really into rock music. It was a drummer and a guitar player. And they would always complain to me how they couldn't find a good bass player.
Oh.
And just one day, it just dawned on me. He's like, well, I'm musically inclined, and I like rock music, and I'd definitely love to. Yeah, I'd love to play the guitar. So I wanted to learn. So I said, well, I don't really know how to play guitar, but if you guys give me a shot, I have a brother who owns a bass guitar, and I'll give it a shot.
Right on.
And then, it just took off from there. And it was painful, like playing bass guitar.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I'm surprised at how hard you have to press your fingers down.
Yeah, and those strings are killer, just plucking your fingers on them. And I practiced so much.
Were you bleeding?
No, it got bad.
Yeah.
2 weeks after the day I joined the band, we had to play at the school talent show.
Right.
And I practiced so much that my blisters started to break. And on the night of the talent show,
so painful.
They just started bleeding on stage, and I got blood all over my strings.
What we do for our art, right?
Yeah,
we sacrifice for the love of the music.
Sacrifice the body for the artistic integrity, I suppose.
Right. Well, today you didn't bring those instruments. You brought a keyboard.
Yeah.
So you've real quick. So how many instruments do you play now?
I can play the saxophone, the guitar, the bass, the piano, obviously.
Cool.
And I used to play flute as well, but I haven't played that in a few years.
Well,
so my chops might not be as good as they used to be.
Oh no, that's great. It's so fun to hear about your musical background and that you're willing to try and learn things along the way. What would you say is going to be your first song, and can you tell us a little bit about this song that you have planned for us?
The way I perform my piano pieces is it's actually a piano improvisation.
Oh.
So what I've been doing at Money Plays, actually, which is how I ended up here.
Thank you, Money Plays, another great artist sent to the music scene.
Shout out to Money Plays.
That's right. Thanks,
but yeah, I just kind of wing it, and I just make up a piece on the spot.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And it's just,
very improvisational.
Yeah, because I studied jazz in college, so, I've done a lot of studying, a lot of practicing improvisation. So it's just kind of like, you're basically, when you see me perform, you're basically watching me kind of explore ideas, and just, yeah.
So the whole creative process is actually really happening right
there,
then.
yeah, which is what, very
Organic.
Jazz influenced, but if people would listen to it, they'd say it sounds more like Final Fantasy music, which...
Well, I don't know about that. Let's hear some of your cool music, and it's going to be exciting because you're just going to basically ad-lib it and create it for us now.
Yep.
Okay, let's hear some. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Chris. You're listening to The Music Scene live from Las Vegas, and that was Chris Dunn, a local musician born and bred here. And we are finding out that music has been a big part of your life since you were very young. Started out with the piano lessons.
Yep.
Moved on to saxophone and bass guitar. And it looks like after graduating, you didn't stop there. You stopped over at another school. Tell me a little bit about the courses you took over at the college.
Mainly music courses, basically 2 years of music theory.
Okay.
So learned theory, sight singing,
Nice.
which was rough on me because I'm not a singer.
Yeah.
Like I can hear things, but I can't emulate them with my voice. So it was a really struggle for me. But
Well, good for
I
you
survived
for
it,
just
so
getting in
here
there
I
and
am.
doing it. I mean, that's so awesome because now you're out and about playing and
Yep.
around town. And again, a nice shout out to Money Plays. Open mic every Thursday and Friday night. People are welcome to go out there and find a lot more where Chris came from. There's a lot of great talented local musicians. I don't even think people realize how many musicians are coming into Vegas from all over the world, and then also Vegas has a lot of homegrown natural talent.
Absolutely.
And it's sure been fun to discover all of that and get them on our show. When you're starting to write, I know you say most of your stuff is improvised, and that was beautiful. I can't believe you could just come up with that on the spot. That blows me away. Are there times when you've sat down and written words as well, or are you mostly instrumental, or a combination of the two?
I am mostly instrumental, but I have been trying to take an endeavor to write my own lyrics because I'm also in a band project right now.
Oh, tell us about that.
Yeah. So basically, it's really in its primordial stages right now. It's just started it about maybe a little over a month ago, me and a couple of friends of mine. And basically, it's more of a rock band setting, guitars and drummer and bass player. So I'm basically going to be playing guitar and keys for this project.
Well, how fun.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's nice. You're so versatile. I mean, your stuff just by itself on its own, I'm sitting here thinking, well, that would make a great segment in a movie or a TV show. It just kind of took me away. I don't know. Music, speaks to everybody differently. And, and that was certainly beautiful. And then it's pretty cool too. You're not only doing this style, but then you're going to get in with these other people and do that. Does the new band have a name yet, or are you just
we don't even have a name yet.
Well, it's in its infancy. That's exciting.
Yeah. So it could go anywhere from this point. We're not even sure what direction we want to take it in. Yeah, so.
Sure, and that's what's so fun and organic about music and musicians. And we just had a band in here before you who had gone through a couple lead singers. Now they've got the right mix, the right group of people that are gelling together very well, and it's going to be exciting for you too as you go through that process. And then with your solo piano project, that's pretty versatile as well, because you're out there playing at the open mics. And are you seeking to put on like some concerts? What are some of your immediate goals that you'd like to do with the instrumental side of it?
It's hard to say because at this point I don't even really know where I could take it. I kind of just started doing it. I made a YouTube channel.
Oh, tell us how we can find you.
I have a YouTube channel. The username is Salsa King 71.
Okay, so it's not Chris.
No, well, you could probably look me up, but there's a lot of Chris Dunns, so you'd probably have to go through pages and pages just to find me.
So say it again so we can remember.
Salsa King 71.
Salsa King 71 to find some really awesome YouTube videos that you put together for us. Excellent. And are you going to be making some recordings anytime soon?
I would definitely love to,
because that was just beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it, and I've just never really got around to it. But I would love to just sit around and record improvisations. Maybe even give them names. I usually don't give them names. I just record them, and there they are.
Right.
But it's probably something more relatable if you give it a name. People can relate to it more. So.
Well, very organic, and that's exciting. You're at that point, and that's what's fun is you have. Every musician that comes through our show is at a different point in the plan. So do you have something else we can hear?
I could probably
throw
out
another one. We want to hear some more. Let's hear one more. Absolutely.
I could probably try to throw another one out of the cloud.
You're listening to Chris Dunn live on The Music Scene. Shout out to Money Plays. Thanks, guys.
Woo, Money Plays.
Yeah. And Vegas on the Mic that holds their event at Money Plays. We should clarify that. All right. Here's Chris Dunn. You've been listening to Chris Dunn live on the music scene. And Chris, I think you ought to thank your mom, give her a big hug for all those piano lessons that you hated as a kid. Because I could sit there and listen to that all night. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
And it is pretty cool that you are making stuff up on the spot. And I can't wait to go check out your YouTube page as well. Let's hear that funny name again for your YouTube so we don't forget it.
Salsa King 71.
Oh, I love it. Okay, it's so groovy. Okay, well, we've got some other guests coming up, but I wanted to give you a chance, Chris, to add anything else about what you're up to. Are you going to play at Money Plays again? I hope real soon.
Yeah, I might actually stop there after tonight right here. Yeah, I might go there.
Shout out to the Vegas on the Mic at Money Plays Thursday and Friday nights. That's where you can hear a lot of great artists like Chris. And we appreciate so much your mom making you take those.
I appreciate her too.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. The piano lessons. And I guess my last quick question, it's kind of one of those generic ones and hard to answer, but is there anything that inspires you? Because I'm listening to you and you're just rolling off with all the chords and music. And do you go for walks at sunset? I mean, how do you keep that inspiration going?
All the time. I go for walks all the time. I love solitude. So a lot of times I wake up early in the morning and I'll just go to a park. I'm fond of Wetlands Park. I go there a lot. And I just walk, like maybe see the sunrise. And it really relaxes me and it calms me down. And when I get home, I can actually focus and, it really, I can notice a difference in my playing, when I'm just on a higher level of concentration like that, just from the peace I get from that. And also just listening to other people, if you want direction where you want to go, just listening to other artists who are so organic. I love going out and watching live music. It's kind of sad these days.
Like
everything's going towards kind of like an electronic approach, which is all fun and good. I have no problem against it, but it's almost like taking the humanity away from music. Now we're just turning into a bunch of machines. Everything's, through synthetics.
And I can listen to the music on digital, but I really miss the analog. I'll have to admit. And I miss going out and seeing a live performance whether it's an entertainer like a comedian or a live play or a live musician. There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Chris. You've enjoyed the sounds of Chris Dunn, and you can catch him over at the Vegas on the Mic sometime Thursday and Friday nights over at Money Plays. We're going to have a really fun guest. Don't go away. We're going to take a quick break, but we're going to have a world impressionist, Mick Tiano. And I may have said that wrong. Oh my gosh, I should have just let him introduce himself. I murdered his name. Mick's coming up, and he's going to get me for that, but luckily he's pretty good-natured, and he's got his whole entourage here, DJ Disco and the Diamond Dancers, and they're going to be in the house here pretty soon. You're listening to The Music Scene. If you love music, then you'll love my new show. Hi, I'm Stephanie DeGraw for The Music Scene. Now you can catch The Music Scene every Friday night from 8 to 9 p.m. Find out what local and national artists are doing. Hear their great music and get the latest scoop on what's going on with them with our live interviews. If you can't listen Friday night from 8 to 9 p.m., then you can still catch it online.
The Music Scene, Friday nights at 8.
Nobody home. I was stunned and amazed. down the middle by the government that have no pride. The farms of Ohio have been replaced by shopping malls, and the news that filled the air from Seneca to Cahoga Falls said, hey, oh, way to go, Ohio.
You're listening to the music scene live from Vegas. Viva Las Vegas in the house.
Yeah, baby. Thank you very much.
We've got a few fun people in the house. I think Elvis is peeking in around the corner.
Listen, honey, I was watching you from before, baby. I think I'm going to bring in a limousine later and have a little talk with you.
Woohoo! I love riding in a limousine. I haven't done that yet, so I'm gonna hold you to that, Elvis.
Actually, it's me, Mike Tyson. I'm really going to, I'm going to bite your ears off your head. No, it's okay.
Oh, please don't. Okay. I got to hear my voice in the microphone headset here thing. But we are very lucky to have some people here who are the entertainers part of the whole thing, the scene here in Vegas. And I'm going to let you introduce yourself so I don't murder your name.
You can't say that name?
Tiano.
Right.
There it is.
There you go.
Mick
See, it's like piano. See that? Look at it. Thank you, everybody. You could sit down.
Thank you very much.
But I'll go home now. I got the name right.
Mick Tiano, yes. Tiano. Like piano, but with a T. So
there you
Tiano.
go.
And this is DJ Disco.
DJ Disco in the house. Whoop, whoop.
And that's Kathy K over there. She's one of the dancers in the show.
24K Diamond.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Diamond girl, beautiful. And actually, these folks actually open for you. That's what the deal is, people. And I have been to the show, and I have to say it was a lot of fun. There's no show like his show. Every show in Vegas is different.
Right.
And what's really fun about your show, Mick, I think, is that it reminds me of when things were a simpler time, and it's the old Vegas, and you just really are there enjoying you as an entertainer and the different voices, and it's not all crazy flashing lights.
Right. I'm not flipping in the air and landing on a camel or anything. Right.
And it's a lot of fun. That I'd like to see, though, by the way. We might have to arrange that.
We have to add that to the
we have to add that one in there.
Yeah. And acts always evolve and change, so you never know.
That's true.
And
I could put a hump on his back and just...
jump over him.
Just hump you, that's all.
Oh, my gosh. And we've got the show is Monday night at 6 o'clock, and you want to catch that over at the Wolf Theater.
Right.
That is right next to the Clarion Hotel.
It's actually in the Clarion Hotel.
It's actually in it.
Yeah, the old Debbie Reynolds casino.
Yeah, Debbie Reynolds' old place. 305 Convention Center Drive. 6 o'clock, $19.95 plus tax and fees, so it's about $24. But I think DJ Disco here has a...
I brought some coupons.
Yeah, $10 coupons just for you, Stephanie.
Hey.
That's right. Just for you.
And I'll be sharing those tonight.
Yes.
Maybe I'll share them over at the Vegas on the Mic if they're
there
nice.
You go.
There
You
you
can do
go.
that. There you go.
Well, no, these are free. That's free shows.
That's really
free
nice.
show.
Oh,
right.
I thought you bring the $10 coupons.
Oh, no, this
We
VIP.
get
Oh, he's
special,
really
special
VIP. You're getting the
VIP.
free
Thank
show.
you.
Up to 4 people on that pass.
Right. So anybody calls in that wants to go, we give them that they can bring them and 3 people.
Well, it's a lot of fun, and it is a nice theater, and you've got a variety of. I think it's fun. You started off, and you're talking about some of your early days,
Right.
And it's interesting how you just, as a kid, you just knew you wanted to entertain, and it was something. And you're clear over in New Jersey, for heaven's sakes.
Right.
How does a person in New Jersey really decide, I'm going to go to Vegas, I'm going to do this crazy thing? I'm sure you had a lot of people saying, are you nuts?
First, you have to bang your head really hard.
Okay.
Because I fell down a flight of stairs, hit my head, and then I said, I want to be a Vegas entertainer. So that's how it happened. No, I always, as a kid, I was always just doing different voices, like doing different teachers and stuff like that. The first voice I ever did singing, mainly I'm singing. You know that. So,
that's true. We should point out that this isn't just a comedian who's doing impressions. He actually works the impressions into a whole on, like it's a concert of all these people.
Like James Brown, and I'm doing
fun.
Elvis and Tom Jones and Rod
Presidents.
Stewart. Presidents.
Gotta love the presidents.
Well, you know where I put my pants?
I thought you had the pants.
Where, Bill?
I had the pants when I was in the White House, but I forgot where I put them. But no, so it's talking impressions, it's singing, but mainly it's musical. So it's musical. So he's musical. him and the girls are musical, and then I'm musical. So the whole thing's musical. Well, you were there.
Yes. Well, and that's why I want to tell
Right.
our listeners that it is not just standing and talking, doing impressions. You actually feel like you've gone to a concert with all these different
With
personalities.
50 different artists. Yeah. And
that's
each
a lot of
impression's
fun.
about a minute long. You know what I mean? So
And you go through quite a few.
Yeah.
That's what I was surprised
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
it was like I was trying to keep up with you.
yeah.
Actually,
Well, you know what it is. I have seen shows, and sometimes you kind of get lost in the moment. You kind of you start thinking about, did I take the laundry out of the dryer today? And I don't want people thinking that, so I
Right.
keep it bam, bam,
It's
bam,
very
bam, bam.
quick pace.
Right, very fast paced. This way, there's no thinking, you left the oven on or anything. You know what I mean?
And that's what we want to do: come out, enjoy ourselves, forget all those little nuisances
Right.
at home, and really have a.
He's
fun
right here.
time.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
I'm always here. I'm like
DJ
the shadow.
Disco.
I
And
got the big hair shadow.
I got to tell you, it's a lot of fun. I'm not going to give it away, but you do DJ Disco and his Diamond Dancers. You come out first, and you've got the fun, funky sounds of the 70s and 80s, and you do a little singing, a little dancing, and you have
Play some live percussion. and
yeah.
We feature the iPad CD player guitar,
There
which
you
is
go.
something that I made.
That's really cool. You got to come down just to see
Just,
that.
just to see that.
Yeah, nobody's ever seen
And
that.
everybody gets free light up rings, the first 30, 40 people.
Oh,
And
yeah,
the
they have-
magic.
Take 'em home.
Don't
They
forget
have
the magic.
party.
That's right. And the comments people have given us is like it's wow, it's like New Year's on a Monday night.
Yes.
Just come out and have a great time.
Definitely a good vibe to it. Before we go, 'cause we're going to, gosh, this is hard. So many great people on my show tonight. We're going to squeeze in one more person.
Yeah.
But we wanted to definitely let people know about your show. It's Monday nights at 6 o'clock over there at the Wolf Theater.
Right.
And before we leave, let's get a little taste of one of your impressions or songs.
Who do you want me to do?
Whoever you're in the mood to do.
How about James Brown?
Yes, that's a fun.
Is that good?
That was awesome.
That was pretty good.
And you got to
Wait, I got
realize
one.
you're dancing around on stage.
Oh yeah, I'm
too.
dancing.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fun.
How about this one? Right. Unforgettable. That's what you are. Unforgettable. The near far. See, I do both voices, the male and
Yes.
female.
Wow.
That's incredible. And that's what's fun about you is you actually do have a voice and you can do all these different
Right.
levels and you're all up and down. Your range is really impressive. So
Yeah.
that makes it a really fun show.
I
That
appreciate it, yeah.
I'm actually getting to hear someone that can pull it off because they really can sing. I think
Right,
a lot
yeah.
of people try and sing and they don't really have the background or blessed with the pipes. And so
I
give
tell you
a
real
shout
quick,
out there.
I started as a singer and then went into this. See, I think a lot of people do it the other way around.
right.
They're comedians and, hey, maybe I should sing like Tom Jones or this guy or that.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? So,
That's probably why it comes across
Right,
better.
right,
Because you've got that
exactly.
solid background.
right, exactly.
So yeah, come join the party Monday nights.
Monday
6
night,
o'clock,
6 o'clock.
Wolf
Come on
Theater.
down.
All right. Well, we're so happy that you guys stopped by, and I think we're going to take a little break because we've got another artist coming up. It's been a really fun show. Thank you, Mick.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephanie.
All right.
You rock.
Thank
You
you,
sure?
Stephanie.
And-
This is the Godfather. Thank you so much for having these people on here today, okay?
Thank you. If you love music, then you'll love my new show. Hi, I'm Stephanie DeGraw for The Music Scene. Now you can catch The Music Scene every Friday night from 8 to 9 p.m. Find out what local and national artists are doing. Hear their great music and get the latest scoop on what's going on with them with our live interviews. If you can't listen Friday night from 8 to 9 p.m., then you can still catch it online.
The Music Scene, Friday nights at 8.
Bright light city, gonna set my soul, gonna set my soul on fire. Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so get those stakes up higher. There's 1,000 pretty women waiting out there. They're all living the devil may care, and I'm just a devil with love to spare. So viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas. How I wish that there were more than the 24 hours in the day. Even if there were 40 more, I wouldn't sleep a minute away. Oh, there's blackjack and poker and the roulette wheel, a fortune won and lost on every deal. All you need is a strong heart and a nerve of steel. Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas with your neon flashing and your one-armed bandits crashing and all those hopes down the drain. Viva Las Vegas, turning day into nighttime, turning night into daytime. If you see it once, you'll never be the same again.
Hey, we're having fun now. You're listening to the Music Scene live from Las Vegas, and we had too much fun. We're actually running out of time. We've got Nicole here. She's been so patient waiting. She's 25 years old, a wonderful R&B singer. Sounds like Alicia Keys, Aretha Franklin. A shout out, if you could.
Hi.
We're going to have her back because we kind of messed up on our time here a little bit. But we sure appreciate her coming in, and watch our Facebook, The Music Scene. We will be announcing when she will be back. You're listening to The Music Scene.